Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you can hear me. I have green lines scrolling on my screen. I'm well prepared as usual. I literally got here about 5 minutes ago and went, oh, where's my camera? Where's my microphone? So I've been running about like crazy, so hopefully you can actually hear me and see me, but I'll keep rambling on until I can. I'll pop out the chat so we can see who's in with us this evening. Can anyone remember what the name of the thing is that does the shouting at people and banning them? I need to log into it and I can't remember what it's called. Cloudbot? No. Streambot? Chatbot? No. Something bot. Anyway, professional as always. I hope everyone's well. Green lights all the way. People can hear me loud and clear. That's always good to hear. Now I'll just tempt fate and try and move my microphone. I apologise in advance if I gave the impression on some of my earlier posts that I had put any planning into this tonight. I had some thoughts. That's as far as it went, and then we kind of got sidetracked with housey stuff and never really got anywhere. So I'm going to clean my glasses so I can read the comments and see what you're all saying to me. But it's Friday. It's the start of the month. Hopefully everyone's in a good mood. Let's see what we're saying. Streambot. Streambot, is that the one? Streambot. No. It's called, what's it called? This is going to hinder my giveaways tonight if I can't remember the name of the thing. It's Streamlabs and it's... it'll come to me. It'll come to me at some... Nightbot, that's the one. Thank you, Steve. And Rockies and Lee and everyone else that said it. Nightbot. Nightbot.tv. That's the one. We get logged in here and then we can do some giveaways. So I've been having some thoughts about the giveaways. What have I done wrong? I can't see some of the things I normally see. I don't know why that's doing that either. Anyway, hello all. Concentrate, Graham. So we've got Noodle Sandwich in. Welcome, Jennifer, Simon, Rocky, Mickey's in, newly promoted mod. Jennifer, Noodle, Phoenix, Alex, James, Simon Moore. Freshwater Ichthyology. I'm going to go with Rebecca because that's easier to say. Brian's in. Dawn, Rob, Jamie, or Mountain Goldfish. Paul Horrocks, Brian Rother. Jock Hodge, that's a new name. I don't think I've seen you before. Welcome to the stream. If you're new here, this is meant to be an aquarium based. I've got to do a thing, so hang on. Tonight's stream, as always, is sponsored by Hop House 13. Well, it's not sponsored by Hop House 13, but I'm going to keep saying it until they send me some stuff, until they start sponsoring me. I heard from Scott earlier on that he's actually emailed them and asked them to sponsor us for real. But until then, I'll happily do it for free and say, this is my delicious beverage of choice for the evening. Hopefully you can all join me in whatever your favourite tipple is. But what are we on now? Week 18, week 19 in a row. I've still not found anything better. Refreshing. Just what you need on a Friday night. Who else did we get? Alex Shadex is in. Michael Driver. Courtney's here. Or soon to be here. Just getting a chippy tea in. World's smallest fish room. First time here. Welcome. I bet you I could give you a run for your money in that one, unless you got literally a cupboard or something like that. Phil's in. Mark, Craig, David Swain. Hello. Fishman Aquatics is Reese today, so we've got Reese, Courtney, and Callum. We've got the whole Fishman Aquatics team in. So, I need to make it clear for all these who are new, this is an aquarium-based channel. We do all things aquatic and talk about freshwater mostly, saltwater sometimes. I'm not an expert in any of these things, but I'm an enthusiastic amateur. But we'll talk about all kinds of things, whether it's DIY stuff or whether it's different types of fish that you might want to keep, all that kind of stuff. The prevalence of pot noodle or eating challenges that have been the last few weeks, that's just a one-off thing. That's, or not a one-off, maybe what's in between a one-off and very rarely. Something like that, because as soon as I posted that pot noodle video, my channel tanked completely. And it literally tanked. So I went from getting 1,000 views on any video I might post to getting 100. And it went across the whole channel. Everything just went. My analytics has got a line going. Do, 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 do. So no more pot noodle videos. They might become members only videos from now on. Because I did quite like the challenge, and I've had a few on our Discord server where people have been posting pictures of things that they class as not weird and wonderful, but clearly are weird and wonderful. Like some kind of sandwich that's based with jam and digestive biscuits. What's that all about? There's another one with oat cakes and cheese, and yeah, so weird things. I don't know how we get onto these subjects, but we do. We'll keep doing them, but we might make them members only live streams. So if you're interested in that side of things, click the join button down below somewhere around here. Don't know where it is. It'll be down there somewhere. And we'll do that maybe as a more secretive thing, or I'll do a spin-off channel or something along those lines, because it's not helping the whole fishy side. So tonight, on the live streams, I think we can talk about whatever the hell we want, but actual videos released on the channel, we'll need to keep them fishy. So we'll try and keep tonight as fishy as possible, but we'll throw in a few extra things as well. I'm sure that'll be normal. So, oh, have I got a big face on? What's going on? Sorry, I'm missing some comments here. Oh, so Noodle Sandwiches also contacted Hop House 13. So that's what we need to do. Start a campaign of everyone contact Hop House 13 saying how much I promote them for free, and see if we can get some stuff out of it. I might do a giveaway and give you some stuff as well. How about we talk how to make a live stream work? Callum might like it. If only. I mean, what have I done? We're on 19 weeks in a row, and I'm still 3 minutes before we go live going, how do we do this again? As evidenced by my complete mind blank when it came to Nightbot and what the hell that is. So yeah, I can talk to you about live streams, but I'm really not an expert. Just let me pop the chat out so I can see it a bit better, because it's all hiding behind this camera. Where did we get to? I saw something about someone saying I was in Scotland. I'm impressed that you got the accent. You're the second person today that guessed I'm Scottish. Usually I get Irish and some weird things like that. Yes, world's smallest fish room. I guess you're somewhere in Scotland. No, that is the land of my birth, but no, I live in Sheffield now. So what we're going to do tonight, I thought we'd have a little play around with the format. If you are new here, we do talk about random things, so if you've got any questions, by all means leave them in the chat. I'll probably miss them, but hopefully my excellent moderators will repeat the question so as I can see it. And then I'll hopefully answer your questions, but we'll play a little game tonight. I thought someone mentioned last week if we do the tier list again. So we'll give that a bash. I had another thought for this, but I don't know how well it'll work, but I'll talk you through it in a minute. We'll do a couple of giveaways. I thought we'd do a little bit of a difference as well. I had big plans to set up like a... what's the one with Noel Edmonds, where they go around with the boxes and you open and see what prize you get. Got as far as 2 envelopes and scribbling on them, so we'll see how well that goes. Oh, what's the RIPs all about? Oh. David says, I love rams. How many do you think I could have in a 1200mm by 1200mm by 600 by 500? So what's that? 120 cent, 4 foot by 2 foot by nearly 2 foot. And what other fish can I have? Am I getting those measurements wrong? That a 4 foot tank? That's a big old tank. Loads, probably. I mean, rams will get territorial when they start breeding, generally. But they are really, well, I've always thought they've been quite a good community fish. So you can get all kinds of things in there. Anything that can handle the same kind of water parameters. And we'll go into it a little bit later, but it kind of, your general standard fare of community fish will usually do with 1 or 2 rams. But if you're going to have a ram tank with loads of rams, yeah, that might be a different answer. Deal or no deal, that was the one. My wife still hasn't got her shirt. Oh dear. I did ask Phil to send you a shirt. I think there might be Suez Canal based problems for some of the stuff coming in. But we will get on that. Do you have experience keeping a female betta in a community with angels, guppies, mollies and a few others? I do not. No. I don't know what more to say than no, I don't have experience. If you're asking whether that's a good idea, bettas I've always found to be very much dependent on the individual betta. It's to do with the personality of the fish, whether or not it will tolerate other things being in the tank. I've had betta live happily with shrimp, and I've had a betta that will not tolerate anything else being in the tank, even like stones and wood and things like that. It's like, no, not having it. So, I mean, a sorority of bettas, if it was. So, a female betta in a community. So, one female betta, it might work, but, I mean, angels and guppies, that's probably not the best idea either. I tend to find angels go rogue eventually and will also do the same. But maybe. And where's Sheffield? Sheffield is in the middle of England, pretty much. Yeah. Google Maps is your friend. A tombola. No, I was thinking of all manner of things of how can we spice it up and keep the stream a bit fresh. It's in Yorkshire, yes, the greatest county in the world apparently. Get a map, point to the middle of it, and then go a bit to the right. Yeah, it's not that far off. Who was that? Sorry, it was for Reese at Fishman Aquatics. They were going to get a purple or a pink small polo. Phoenix hasn't got their order yet either. Right, well, anyone who's still outstanding orders, if you could email me after the stream or even during the stream, that's fine. Graham at Aquarium Adventures, that's Graeme. Send me an email, let me know what you're missing, because often your YouTube name's different to your actual name and the name of the order. If you've got an order number, even better. If not, just remind me and we'll sort it out and we'll get it there next week. Josh is back. Welcome back, sir. What's the pub shut tonight? Have you been barred? What's the deal? I knew we were going to lose a large cohort of the audience as soon as the pubs opened again. But nice to see you back. So, shall we have a giveaway? Let's have a giveaway. What we're going to do, as I had planned to make this a lot more high-tech, so maybe we'll get that next week. But this time, we're going to have 2 envelopes. One of which is going to have a good prize, and one of which is going to have a meh prize. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a winner, and then we will, rather than the Wheel of Misfortune, we'll pick a winner, and then your 2 options will be stickers. So I'm going to write on one of them, stickers, like so. Can you see that? Hopefully you can see that. Oh, it makes it go all dark when I do that. And then on the other one, we'll have the other prize. So, for this one, we're going to do a goodie bag. And a goodie bag might be a combination of stickers and maybe some food. So, some krill flake, for instance, or a hat, or a tub, or a Fertz bottle, or could be anything, just a little bit of everything. So, if you want to be in with a chance to win the first giveaway of the evening, I'm going to go like this. I'm not going to show you the front of them, obviously. I'm going to hold them back A and B. I'm going to mix them up down here and write 1A and 1B. And then, whoever wins gets to choose A or B. And whether they get A or B determines whether they win the stickers or the goodie bag. Does that make sense? Hopefully that's not too bad. So, for all you early birds who are here early, let's get on to the other screen. Let's go to the small face with the other one, with the desktop. Everyone gets a chance to win this one. We're going to do a quick fire giveaway right at the start. What shall we make the word? Lucky. If you're feeling lucky, type lucky in the chat and you might get a chance. You have to live in the UK or be prepared to pay the postage to wherever you are in the world. You have to be a human. You have to be subscribed to the channel. And you have to be willing to email me soon with your details of where to send this stuff to. Night night, Reese. Thanks for stopping by. What film are you going to watch? Anything good? So yes, stick lucky in the chat, even if you don't understand. If you're a person, you're willing to tell me where you live, and you want to win some stuff, write lucky in the chat. Lucky for those of us that are a bit more challenged. We'll give it a couple of minutes, and then what I'm going to do is hold up two envelopes, one that says B, one that says A, and you get to choose. And then when you choose them, I'll turn them both around so you can see I'm not trying to... Oh, Tenet. Yeah, get your thinking cap on for that one. I won't spoil it for you, but you have to pay attention. It's one of those ones you have to watch like 4 times before you go, ah, right, that's what was going on. Or maybe that's just me, I don't know. It's a good film, yes, I enjoyed it. If you're in Sweden, world's smallest fish room, if you're willing to pay for the postage, you can still enter. If you're not, that's also fine. Right, I think we've got enough people there. What have we got? 38 eligible users so far. Getting married in Gretna on the 26th of July, then probably going to do a pub crawl with Jen. How romantic. Gretna Green, eloping to get married. Best of luck. 26th of July, that's only a few days after my birthday. Anybody else want to know how small this fish room actually is? I think we're going to need dimensions at some point, aren't we? Right, are we ready? Pardon me. Hop House 13, delicious but gassy. I should stop saying those things in case they watch this and they might not send me anything. Right, we're going to click the roll it button and we'll see who's going to win. So... Cyber Architect. Cyber Architect. Hopefully you are in the UK. I saw you had joined the Discord server. Discord, if you want to continue the conversation. Oh, I do apologise. I got my second jab yesterday, so I've gone through all the flu symptoms and feeling horrible, but my arm is bloody killing me. So yes, we have a Discord server. We can have a chat. And I noticed your name popping up in there. So... Cyber Architect, you now have a choice. Do you want envelope B or envelope A? So you just need to tell me in the chat, and then I don't know why I'm pointing at it. You can't see what I'm pointing at. Then up here, oh, you're in the Wales. See, I saw your comment. And now if you say A or B, I'll know which one you want. So what do you fancy? I'm not going to speak again until you tell me A or B. There is like a 5-minute delay or something, isn't there? So this could be quite laborious. This bodes well for the game that I was planning on playing in a little minute. We're going to do a bit of a tier list face-off where I thought you lot can vote, otherwise Discus will just win every time. B. I saw something there, didn't I? Cyber Architect says B. B is not that one, it's this one. What's under B? Why is it not coming up on the screen? The greatest plans. Anyway, I saw your answer. You said B. So, let's show you what you could have won. You could have won a goodie bag. Wah, wah, wah. And you actually won some stickers. So, hopefully not too terrible. Congratulations. You won some stickers. So, should we roll it again or should we wait a little minute? This is just turning into a game show now, isn't it? Cyber has won some stickers. So you have to email me, graham@aquariumadventures.co.uk. Let me know your address and I'll send you some stickers. Let's roll it one more time, shall we? This is fun. Callum, again. Right, Callum. Oh no, right, I have to. I need more envelopes. This isn't going to work, isn't it? Alright, tell you what, I'm going to re-scribble out and change the prizes over. Or am I? You'll never know. No, I'm going to use a different bit of paper, otherwise it's not going to work, is it? Just wait a wee second while I do some arts and crafts. Just folding up some extra bits of paper. Do. That's not. I was trying to do the theme music there, but that's the wrong show. Stickers and goodie bag. A, B, and mix them up. Right, you ready, Callum? Is this going to work? Ta-da! A or B, Callum? A or B? It'd be funny if you did win stickers. I think you've now got more stickers for Aquarium Adventures than I have. Yes, so Callum says if he wins stickers, please re-gift them. I have a man drawer full. Drawer, not draw. That's my pet hate. Anyway, sorry. So what are you going to go for? A or B, Callum? Hopefully you can't see through those and cheat. Callum says A. So what's under B first? Shall we show you? Under B is stickers. Under A is goodie bag. Whoop whoop. Raise the roof and all that. Is this more work than it's necessary, or is this fun? What do we think? Anyway, congratulations, Callum. You have won. Let's go back to Big Face. I will send you a little goodie bag and you can get some stuff. Right, let me catch up with the chat there, because I think that took all my attention. I'm on the small screen. Am I still? No, I'm on the big screen now. Sorry, I'll get there eventually. Noah YouTube says, do you keep platyfish? No. Oh, we've got some dimensions. World's smallest fish room. My fish room is 285 by 185, 9 by 6 feet. That is quite a small fish room, yes. Smaller than mine, and mine is quite a petite fish room itself. Right, let's go down to the bottom. I mean, stickers is a bit of a fake giveaway, because if anyone just asks me for stickers, I'll send you some stickers. That's fine. I've even got some. So these are now limited edition stickers. Those of you who may be new here might not spot anything wrong with these stickers, but they're almost going to be, you know, when you get like a misprint on a banknote, one day these will be worth an absolute fortune. I follow Aquarium Adventures. So we should have some new ones coming soon, apparently, Phil tells me. I can't wait to see them. I think you should float some under rubber ducks in your tank and then hook one out like the fairgrounds. Yeah, I mean, I was going to go a little bit higher tech than bits of paper with scribbles on them, but I wasn't quite going to go that far. Right, this is the next thing where I thought this might work, and I don't know. I should really have done some research on this beforehand. So I know that people on Discord, we can do polls and things like that, can't we? But we can also do polls on my community tab. I wonder if that will work. Let me see if I can find it. Oh. got a missed call from my granny. Bum, 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 bum. Will this work? Right, let's see if I can get the chat up at the same time and see what people are saying. Oh, didn't want to do that. Why does your website have so many Google ads, or is it just me? No, I can't figure out how to get rid of them, and quite frankly, I've given up trying. There shouldn't be so many on the shop pages, so hopefully that will not be too bad. I shall have another crack at it. If it's pissing people off, that's not a good thing. Right, so hopefully you can see this. I'm going to try a bracket fight. Oh no, you can't see the left hand side. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Alright, let me see if I can do some editing on the fly. Alright, that should work. Does that work? It kinda does. Right, let's try that. Right, hopefully you can see that then. So, I've taken the liberty of using all the same fish and categories of fish that we used in the last tier list one, but I've put them up against each other and I've tried to kind of use some kind of sense. So we've got loaches together, we've got plecostomuses, and then it goes a bit off-piste by having flower horns versus pacus and things like that. So I wondered if I could at the same time as doing this, put a poll up to say, right, clown loaches versus coolie loaches, and then give everyone a couple of seconds and see if we could pick a winner, and then eventually we'll get to what's the best fish. That's the easiest way to do it, because if you just let me decide everything, it'll be Discus. Does that make sense? Does that sound possible? I don't know if that does sound possible, but we're going to stick on my small face for a little while because I'm running out of screens, and we're going to take over this here, and we're going to try going on to my community page. Mind you, will you be able to see my community page? Who knows? Who knows indeed. We'll try it, see how we go. So I'm going to post a poll, and I'm going to do clown loaches versus kahuli. Kahuli? Is that how you spell it? Kahuli loach. And I'm going to post that now, so that should be... Is that going to work? Do I need to... Who wins? It's not working. Oh, you need to have 3 options. So I'm going to put another one that says another option. Don't choose that one. So there you go. It's live now. Clown loach versus coolie loach, and then we'll pick a winner, and then we'll just go through them all. I'll intersperse it with my, I don't know, random chat. We'll get some questions from the audience. We'll see what people think. That might feel a little bit like homework at this point, but you know, we'll try it. So don't just type it in the chat. Go on to the community tab, or maybe we should just do it in the chat. I don't know. Let's try it this way. Go on the community tab. We'll give it a couple of minutes, and then we'll call each one. So it might take us half an hour to get through all this, but you know, nothing better to do. 'Tis Friday night. I am relaxing. I'll do all the hard work, like the clicking. And we will see, hopefully, at the end of this, which one really is the best fish. That's good. 50-50 so far. 14 votes, 50-50. So we'll give it another minute. Hopefully someone will break that deadlock. I'll just show you this. Come Come on, people. You know we can break this deadlock. Oh, coolie loaches are streaming into lead. I should probably make a case for one of these. So I would go... I don't want to taint the vote. Clown loach, fantastic looking fish, especially when they get big, and they're really quite rare when you see them big. But they do need a big... they do need a big old tank as well. And they do better in groups, so they're quite a hard one to keep, maybe. Whereas coolie loaches stay small, start small, stay small. Quite elusive though, but when you do see them, they're pretty cool. They move as if their legs flail about, as if they are not. What's that thing? Michael Flatley, Lord of the Rings, his legs flail around as if not controlled by man or beast. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know what I'm talking about there. Oh, it's closing in. Coolie loaches are down to 52% versus 48%. Let's rule tank size out. Let's say you've got the perfect tank size for the fish you want. Or maybe don't. Do what you want. I don't care. Evening Wendy. We're trying a thing. So, if you go onto the community tab, you can vote on, we're doing a tier list, so if anyone's just joined us, we're doing this. We're having a fight between all the fish in the universe, all the fish that I've picked and got pictures of on my computer. I've put into a bracket, and we're going to fight them to the death. Not to the death. We're going to fight them until we get the absolute winner, and then we'll name the best fish. And because I'm extremely biased, and it would be Discus and pointless doing this, if I ran it, I'm going to let you guys run it. So, this is the last couple of seconds to get your vote in for Clown Loach versus Coolie Loach. And the winner... 50-50. Jesus. Barry and the Bee Donkey. Right. The next refresh, we're taking whatever wins. Ready? Steady. Coolie Loach. Coolie Loach is the winner. I may have spelled it wrong. I'm sorry. Coolie loaches are the winner. So coolie loaches win. Now they're going to face off against zebras or your common old bristlenose pleck. Who wins? So the zebras, obviously, very fancy, very rare, very expensive. Some would say for no reason particularly. I'm including in the bristlenose, I'm just going to say bristlenose. Or shall we say ancistrus? Just to be... I'm going to really show up my spelling tonight, aren't we? Ancistrus? Close enough. Oh, it does let you do two. What am I on about? Right, that one's live. Who wins? Zebras or ancistrus? Now, I'll include within ancistrus your super reds, your long fins, your calicos. What I mean by this is the more common, if that's not a horrible thing to say, the more common one that you can get. They're cheap as chips. They do a standout job of algae control. I just think they're absolutely fascinating, especially with the bristles. People say, "Ooh, they're disgusting. Oh, they look like horrible things." But yeah, I love them. That's why I have hundreds of them. Zebras are also fascinating things. I've only ever really seen really small ones, so I'm not sure how big they get. I don't think they do get big. But they're so pricey. So I don't know. What do you think? Leave it up to there. People in the chat are saying bristlenose all day long. I think that might be because you could probably buy a couple of hundred bristlenose for the price of one zebra pleco. We've still got Rebecca, and I'm sure she can tell us some fascinating facts about why they're so expensive, or maybe you question why they're so expensive as well. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Ancistrus, I almost spelt it right. Oh no, was that right? It's close, it's close. Oh, are we going to run into a polling problem? Well, I'll let you guys choose as much as you can. So, let's see how many we've got here. Oh, and Sistrus are stretching into the lead. 54 plays 46. This is really trying to keep up with 3 screens and chat. I'm never going to get there. Hypan Sistrus Zebra grows to 5 centimetre. So total length would be... So, yes, they do stay quite small. Yeah, I got one right. Yay. Right, let's call it. I think that's enough time for everyone to get in there and choose what they want. So let's have a refresh. Oh, yeah, stretching away. 56.44. So we'll put in... Oh, picked the wrong one there. So, let's see. Africans versus Arowana. I wonder if it will let me do this. We'll see how many we can get through. So African cichlids, very much a mainstay of the hobby. They have their own group of people that just talk about nothing but African cichlids. I'm going to spell it wrong on purpose. Or arowanas, especially in the Far East, very much revered for their magical properties. I don't know what I'm on about now. They are, you used to always see them in Chinese restaurants because they're the money fish, aren't they? They bring prosperity to people who believe that kind of nonsense. Anyway. So that poll's live, you can go and check that out. African cichlids versus arowanas. Again, huge price difference, but well, maybe not. Africans, you tend to buy them, you tend to need a poop ton of them, don't you? Because you don't need to, but you would generally overstock the tank. So you might be buying 30, 40, 50 fish, whereas arowana would just be one. So 30, 40, 50 fish at £5 a fish. You might be getting up there to a cheaper arowana. There are obviously arowanas, you get your very, very fancy ones that are thousands and thousands of pounds. Where you get your cheaper Jardinis or Silvers or plainer fancy ones. Noodle sandwiches off. Thanks for stopping by, sir. So captive bred with a market that's happy to pay whatever for it. They're really a common fish. There are many rare fishes that are a quarter of the price. Yeah, I mean, I think I remember the point at where they kind of blew up, where somebody had said, "Oh, I've bred a bunch of these," and everyone was like, "I will sell my house to buy those fish from you." It's like, I remember them going for like 500-600 quid at one point. It's ridiculous. Andy's Fish Room, I wonder which one you'll choose. Being an African cichlid person yourself, aren't you? So many different types of African cichlids, but only one type of arowana. Well, there's several types of arowana, but you're right. I mean, this isn't going to be the fairest competition in the world. But that might be a thing. There's so much choice, so much colour in the African cichlid world. That easily beats down the arowanas. Whereas you might be thinking, oh, Africans only get yay big, arowanas get yay big and look cool. Well, I'm going to pick them. So who knows? So far we've got 27 votes. And African cichlids are way in the lead, so I think we can call that one. If we can find the right page again. So Africans. Flowerhorn versus Pacu. Will that work? Right, this will be the one that will break it. Flowerhorn. So I would be going for Flowerhorn in this one, but again, don't let me sway you. Oh yeah, let me post it. So there you go, Flowerhorns versus Pacu. I'll make the case for the Pacus. They're enormous. They have teeth that are a bit like humans' teeth. Did I mention they're enormous? I'm sure there's other reasons why as well. You could feed a family of 5 on one. I don't know why they exist in the hobby. they're too big for 99% of people, but maybe that's what makes them so elusive and such a, what's the word, a high value target, if you like. Whereas flower horns, they're a hybrid. People hate hybrids. Why do people hate hybrids? Some people think they have no business being a fish, never mind being in the hobby. But having kept this one, this is a picture of mine. I now don't know if anyone's still here because I've accidentally closed down OBS. Nope, we're still here. So this one is a picture of mine. This is Humphrey. And he's awesome. He's like my little pet fish. You pet him like a dog. He will take chunks out your hand if you try to pet him like a dog. But, you know, that's like kind of one of his things. So, I think this should be an easy one. Oh, flower horns with 88%. I think we can call that one. Right. Pea puffers versus maboos. Pea puffers versus maboos. So this might be one of those ones. In fact, let me do the poll first. Pea puffers, obviously, tiny little things. You don't need a massive tank. You do need a... It can't be a tiny tank. You need to keep them in a fairly decent group. But a maboo puffer, they get enormous. And you really need like a kind of 8-foot, 10-foot tank, some people say. I think to keep them comfortably, you probably do. That may be something for the new fish room, a maboo puffer community tank. Maybe I could become a maboo puffer rescue. I do have visions of like a 20-foot plywood tank or a fiberglass tank that I might make. I thought that noise was my wife hearing me say that and going, what the? But you know, so maboos, really cool, really good in communities as well, because they don't necessarily go and kill everything else in the tank like the hackers, for instance. Peas, murder beans, coolest little tiny fish that you'll ever see. Really interesting to watch in a group. Really enjoy a planted tank, hiding or in and around, hunting down snails, all that kind of stuff. Great stuff from peas. Let's see what we're at so far. Oh, it's 50-50. See, I'm giving you a balanced view on the two different types of fish. But the maboos, they are big, full of personality. They're both full of personality. So if we're going to rank them on personality, I'd say it's a 50-50 split. If we're going to rank them on ease of keeping, peas are going to win that one because they are much easier to keep. They're much smaller. You don't need such a big space or tank. If we're going to rank them on what other areas of ease of keeping, feeding, probably both as hard as each other. Your peas, bloodworms, snails. If you can get them onto pellets, great. If you can't, other live foods like Daphne and things like that. Whereas your maboos will be bigger things like crayfish, crabs, oysters. Not oysters, what am I thinking of? Clams. Any of the other foods that you can get them onto, like land snails or cockroaches or crickets and things like that. So they both have different types of challenges. Let's see, where do we get to? Peas takes it, 54-46. Peas it is. Right, here we've got a bit of a random one to fill some boxes. Tiger barbs versus glowfish. You can write me an email afterwards if you don't like that one. I'm not going to bother doing a poll for that one. Just let me double check in on the chat and make people that are still here. Rebecca likes the human teeth of the Pacu. Sean Williams says, I don't see where to vote. I'm on your channel, don't see the polls. Go to the community tab. I'm not sure how you find it on mobile. In fact, I have a mobile. We can look now. Let's do that together. So if you're on... No, you can't see that, can you? Yeah, you can. If you go to... where is it? So if you get a screen like this, up the top you should get some headings. One of them will be community. and then you'll see the polls show up there and you can vote there. Got it now. So yeah, I'm going to go with tiger barbs because I don't like glowfish. Executive decision, you can't tell me. Next one, Oscars versus the horrible parrotfish. See which way I'm leaning on this one. But we'll let the people speak. I'm going to do Oscars. One of my favourite fish that I've never... Oops, didn't mean to do that. One of my favourite fish I've never actually kept. Versus the gormless looking parrotfish. Oscars versus parrots. So the Oscars, I just think they're fantastic, majestic looking fish. I know they're common as muck, but I would pick them all day long. Another thing where I was talking about this big either plywood or fiberglass tank would be to have like a proper school of Oscars. Shoal of Oscars? School of Oscars. Like, I don't know, a dozen of them or something, and just to see them through. Parrotfish, I just don't get it. I mean, they're nice and all, but I just don't get it. Lots of people swear by them. I guess they're often used to create flower horns, aren't they? So maybe that's why. Water puppies versus Frankenstein's monster. Yeah, so Rebecca's saying, I don't do glowfish. I studied on a few GMOs at uni. The science and ethics is a long discussion. The science is simple, though. Yeah, because there's different ways of achieving glowfish, isn't there? There's you get the ones that are genetically modified, and you get the ones that are dyed. I think it's fairly clear cut. The dyeing of fish is just wrong. That's bad. Like you see those tattooed ones as well. That's just, I just don't get it. Where they're genetically altered to do that, because things do glow in the natural world. But I think lots of people have a problem with like you say, the ethics of it. It's not for me. Sorry, Courtney, I did make an executive decision on that one. So, Oscars versus parrots. What do we think, people? Surely this has been long enough. Oh, Oscars are winning. Romping home. Right, we'll do the next one, and then we'll have a little break for another giveaway. What do we think? This one is... So, that's a terrible picture. That's meant to be a black ghost knifefish versus a red-tailed cat. I was kind of trying to choose oddballs against each other. So let me make the poll at least before I start waffling on about them. Black ghost knife fish. Now I'll put any kind of knife fish in there. I just happen to have a picture of a black ghost. Because they're all, well, they're not all, because you get your monster knife fish, don't you? Red-tailed cat. So what I mean by this is probably more along the lines of an oddball that has some specific or difficult requirements, whereas an oddball that's ridiculously large and you shouldn't be keeping in your aquarium. But if you have a big pond, for instance, then that might be fine. So if you're going for the black ghost knifefish, some kind of oddball that can be kept at home reasonably easily, that's got some cool traits like the way a knifefish swims, versus a red-tailed cat where you really have to put your work in and create some kind of indoor pond or some kind of massive aquarium that you can happily house one for life, because they get 4 or 5 feet long. But it's a labour of love if you're going to keep something like that, I guess. So what do you think? There you go. I knew Rebecca would be a fan of the knife fish. Where's it going so far? Well, the knife fish has got 60-40 so far. So, I mean, I have made the statement that I don't think red-tailed cats should be in the hobby, but I guess if you're going to put in the work to keep them, I don't see why not, I guess. I'll just try and catch up on cat. Oscars are satanic, evil, parrots are special. Special in the special way. I've been attacked by both. The Oscars were systematic in their attacks, parrots were useless. Yeah, that's why I call them gormless. I've never seen any kind of... they're one of the few fish where I've walked into a fish shop and gone, oh yeah, well that's a nice tank, oh that's, yeah, well some nice fish in there. What's going on with the parrotfish where they're all just kind of in going dunk, dunk, oh, dunk, oh, into each other, dunk, oh. It's like, yeah, the gormless. Is the light light button broken? Are people not hitting the like button? Well, I am asking them to jump around from distant streams, so I'll let you off with it. Right, where have we got to? 60-40. We're still at 60-40. I'm going to call that for the Black Ghost Knife Fish. Congratulations. So, round 2 is going to... This is going to take forever, isn't it? Do you want me to do a round of picking? Or are you happy to carry on like this? And then I'll let you do the last 4, maybe? How does that sound? Have a think about that, and we'll do one more giveaway. And we'll go to the big face. Hello. Right, so I'm going to reuse my envelopes just so as to reduce waste. Hopefully none of you can remember what was written on them, but instead of a goodie bag this time, I think we'll give away a... What should we give away? Should we give away a beanie hat? Yes, let's go for a beanie hat. And if you don't win a beanie hat, you win some stickers. So, beanie hat versus stickers. But I'm going to change the letters into numbers so as nobody can rewind the stream and figure out which one was which. My obfuscation will be excellent. So we're going to have envelope 1 and envelope 2 this time. And what we need you to do is... Oh, hello Graham. Hello Mipple Street. How are you doing? Oh, we're happy to keep going. Okay, fine. Let's do one quick giveaway then while we wait. Where's the stream with the thing with the bot? There we go. So, this time we'll say... I've not thought of a word and now can't think of any other words. Giveaway. Type giveaway into the chat from now. Okay, the people are voting. Keep it going. Right, I'll keep it going after this. We'll do this one quick giveaway. By using the word giveaway again, you just have to live in the world and be willing to pay postage in the UK, free postage. We're either going to get some stickers. I really can't handle this being reversed. Some stickers or a beanie hat. Beanie hats, which apparently are used for all manner of different things. Some people use them on their head. So, Maple Street Aquatics is in the house. I would encourage everyone to, when this stream finishes, hop over to theirs, although the rate we're getting through these, we might be here at midnight, who knows. I don't know if my bladder will last that long. I shouldn't have mentioned that, I've still got an hour to go at least. But yeah, you can win a giveaway. So, click like, live in the world, willing to pay the postage if you don't live in the UK, be a subscriber, and other things from previous rules. Maple Street's in the house. Right, I think we've got 31 eligible users. How many people have we got here tonight? We have 56 concurrent viewers, but only 49 likes. That's because I've been making you jump around on different screens, isn't it? I do apologise. Right, I think we're ready to call it. Have I closed OBS? Nope, we're still here. I have closed. No, I haven't. There it is. Right, are we ready? We've got 31 eligible users. It hasn't changed in a minute. 3, 2, 1. Phil! Oh, Phil, this could be the one piece of merch you don't actually own already. So, Phil, stickers or beanie hat? Stickers or beanie hat. So, I'm going to mix them all up down here where you can't see. You can have envelope 1 or envelope 2. Envelope 1 or envelope 2. Choice is entirely yours. Envelope 1 or envelope 2. What say you, Phil? What would you like? What would you like? What happened to the wheel? I'm just giving something else a new go. You know, I've got to try and mix things up a little bit. Left? 1 or 2? So this is my right, but you're left. 2. Phil says 2. That's that one. Even though I said envelope 1 or envelope 2. Give you a chance to change your mind. Envelope 1 or envelope 2. Last chance. Are you sticking with 2 or are you going with 1? What do you think? You sticking with 1 or 2? Oh, 1. He's chosen 1. So if you had chosen 2, you would have got stickers. But because you chose 1, you get a beanie hat. Way! We should have some kind of graphic explosions and celebrations. Do you know, mathematically, if you ever get offered that, the chance to, there's the whole Monty Hall experiment all about that. You should always change if you get the chance. Congratulations, you have won a beanie hat. I shall send it to you, Phil. Right, where do we get to? I'll come up with graphics and stuff next week. If this works out, I'll come up with some graphics and some options on the screen so you can see it a bit easier. Envelope 2, envelope 1, envelope 2. Better or worse? Better or worse? Right. Shall we go to the other side? Yes, let's switch to the other side. So, Discus versus Angels. I'll give you the choice just to make it seem like it's fair, but if you don't go with me on this one, we're going to choose between Discus and Angels. Discus and Angles. Pardon me. So obviously, Discus, the king of freshwater fish, the most beautiful, most serene, most satisfying fish you could possibly own. The best fish in the freshwater hobby in my experience. Versus the angelfish. I don't know, what do you think? Angelfish, what can you say about angelfish? Horrible little nasty fish, go around killing things for no reason. No, I shall give them their due. Some of the angelfish you get, like your autumn angels, for instance, I would love to have some autumn angels. I think they're fantastic looking, just really stunning, visually stunning fish. My plain old platinums or zebras or whatever they're called, really enjoy keeping them. Really interactive. They're more so than the discus. They will play with you, whereas the discus are just a bit skittish when you try and get involved with them. The angels will come up to the tank to feed. They'll notice you. They'll go to the feeding spots a little bit more than the discus will. But they are just angels. They're not discus. So, you know, think with your minds, people. What? Right, I'm going to give it a couple minutes more for you all to think about this properly. You get your plain old angels versus the absolutely fantastic discus. Plain old boring angels versus fantastic discus. Discus which have been bred into the most vibrant and colourful fish that you could ever imagine in the freshwater hobby, challenged only by Africans for the variety of colours that you get with them. Really interesting, a good size. Struggling to sell this now. Versus your plain old angels. Oh, it's going even worse. Alright, fantastic angelfish. I mean, they are absolutely fantastic angelfish, but they're not discus. Come on, people. Think this through. Very similar in terms of requirements. Your angelfish, they're a little bit hardier, a little bit easier, I suppose. But they're not discus. What? Might just end the stream. Going to have another beer because you've all upset me now. Aquarium Adventures, almost sponsored by Hophouse 13. Right, you're all very funny, but come on, let's play seriously. Last chance. Discus or angels? I will go with what the people say, but next time we do this, I'll remember this. The prizes are going to get worse. Oh, 40, 60, it's getting there. Oh, there is a bit of a delay, so my last plea might not have got through yet. Give it a bit longer. I'll just check chat in case there's some kind of... someone's hacked us and everything that's going for discus has changed. So, this is funny, is it? This is what you're doing, yeah? I'm glad you all have so little respect for me that you know it's my favourite fish. I've gone to all the trouble of creating... This took almost 20 minutes for me to create this. And just to annoy me, you've all chose angels. Right, last time, if it's still angels, I mean, I'll lose a lot of respect for you all, but I'll let you have it. Oh, there we go. Thank you, people. You had me going there. Discus it is. Thank you very much. Right, next one. Cardinals versus rummy nose tetras. Cardinal tetras, rummy nose tetras. Let me find the screen with the thing with the typing and the poll. So cardinal tetras, both cardinals and rummy nose. I can't speak and type. Card A, nals, and rummy nose. both favourites of mine because they both go quite well with Discus. Very similar in terms of requirements. Rummy noses, I would say, school better together. Pardon me. Cardinals maybe a bit more visually striking straight off the bat. I mean, rummy noses are good with the red noses. Pardon me, and the tails. But the blues and the blues and the cardinals are obviously a lot more blue. So who knows? Discus can win this time, but we'll make sure they lose the next round. I mean, from now on, I will play it straight. I won't beg every time that Discus is involved. If they went out in round one, I would have just shut the stream down. I'm not having all that. Discus are intelligent. They can recognise individuals. I think they can recognise human faces, and they live in populations of around 1,000 unless breeding. They deserve the credit. They do. I wholeheartedly agree. It's a dream of mine to go and see Discus in the wild, go swimming in the Amazon with them. Maybe collect some, maybe just go and see them. No, hopefully not too much of an emergency, Simon. Right, so who's in the lead so far? We've got Cardinals versus Rummy Noses. Oh, too close to call. I mean, I have kept both in the past. I would probably be the same. I find it very hard to split the two of them. I would probably go Rummy Noses purely because of their schooling abilities. It's not an ability. But they very much will move like a wave if you get enough of them. And that is pretty cool to see in a big tank. I'm going to end up with like 10 massive aquariums at this point, but I would really like to have a big tank with like 1,000 rummy noses in it. That would be really cool to see. Cardinals and Blackwater, yeah, that's another thing. Yes, definitely. I don't know if you saw my video I put out earlier. I got a really nice shot of a cardinal out of about an hour's worth of shooting them. I got a really nice shot of a cardinal for about 3 seconds. So go and check that out if you will. Right, let's see. What have we got? A winner. We have a winner. I think we'll call that a winner. 53% to Cardinals. It was close. Right, now this might be a bit controversial. We've got... Should we zoom in a little bit? People find it struggling to see it. How do we zoom in on this one again? Not that one. Oh, not that one. Endlers. I have a tiger endler here, but endlers of any variety versus betta fish of any variety. Who will win? I'm trying to keep the questions different each time so they don't ban us when we get to the end of this. Betta, Endler. So what do you think? Bettas or Endlers? I would say, what would I say? I love both. I'm fairly new to Endlers specifically, but Endlers and Guppies and Endler Guppies, love them. Most live bears I really, really like, but specifically Endlers and Guppies. I just think they're fantastic as a teaching tool and a learning tool. You can learn the life cycle and the breeding cycles really quickly because they do it so fast. Whereas the betta fish, the colour morphs and things, oh God, sore arm. The colour morphs and the various strains, how are they strains? I don't know what you call them these days. Small tank, your go-to fish is get a betta fish because they are fantastic little fish, full of personality, full of vim and vigour, versus the very cool patterns and colours that you see in an Endler. And if you want to fill out a tank cheaply, buy a male and a female Endler and you will soon have a bajillion Endlers. But bettas, they are cool fish. The finnages on some of them, and some of the crown tails. You've got your veil tails, your delta tails, your Dumbo ones. So many varieties within that, all different colours, really colourful fish. Oh, I don't know. Simon's not a fan of any live bearers. I mean, yeah, I get that. People just aren't. A few for betters. Let's have a look, see how we're getting along. Well, I think that's pretty clear cut. Better's winning that one. Right, this one I thought might be a little bit controversial. You've got your plain old goldfish versus, well, so this one is the bubble-eyed ones, but this is tricky. Do we call this fancy goldfish versus normal goldfish? Because this one is a bit of a freak of nature, I guess, whereas your Arandas technically are fancy goldfish, but they're not as fancy as that, or not as ridiculous as that. I'm going to say this is fancy versions versus common versions, so don't rule it out just because you don't like that particular fancy one. Gold! So we're going to do fancy versus common. So your commons are your comets, and shall we extend it to shabunkins and things like that? Fancies versus commons. Fancies versus commons. So if it was this particular fish, I'd probably rule it out because I think they look ridiculous. They're prone to all kinds of problems because I know they get their bubbles popped and then they get infected and all that kind of stuff. Whereas not normal, but ranchus and Arandas and all those kind of things, love them. I'd happily have a pond full of them. But I also love comets and your just plain standard goldfish. I really like them. It's really hard. I don't know what I would choose if I was to choose between these two. I'm hoping that I get my pond at the new place, and it might be a massive pond and I get to have koi. But it would be quite cool to just have a pond stuffed full of goldfish, or normal goldfish, because they get quite big as well. What on earth is that goldfish with the big testicles on its face? So mountain goldfish will need to answer this. I think these are called the bubble-eyed goldfish. They might have a different proper name. But yeah, they're ridiculous. Is mountain goldfish still here? Yep, he's still here. You could probably make a better case than I can for the fancy goldfish. So yeah, fancy goldfish like ranchu, etc. Yeah, let's include them with that. I love my fancy goldfish, the disorders though. My telescopes, is that what they are? Rather than bubble-eyed telescopes. Or are they the ones that just look straight up? I can never remember. Too many breeders not selecting against swim bladder disorders. I think that is the trouble with some of the fancy goldfish, is because they're so fancy, they're bred from quite a small gene pool, and profit is usually the main factor. It's a bubble eye, yes, good. Right, let's see, what do the people think? Oh, common are winning it. Common's taking it over fancy. There we go. Right. Well, okay. So we've got Geophagus. I don't know why I keep doing this. So we've got Geos. That's not spelled Geos. And what was the other one? Was it Keyholes? Pardon me. Geos and keyholes. That is a keyhole, isn't it? I've forgotten what kind of fish it is now. I'm having a mind blank. I'm going to have to look up keyholes. Yeah. I know which one I choose, but I don't want to sour or sully the vote. Many people have heard me talk about geos in the past. It's mostly because it made me stupid. Geophagus literally meaning earth eater, me not realising that they would eat all the earth in the tank and dig up my plants and destroy my aquascapes. Pretty cool fish. I would probably keep some again one day in a species specific tank. But yeah, that put me off them for a while. Keyholes are kind of that middle ground between what would I call it? The middle ground between your dwarf cichlids and your ridiculous American cichlids. In fact, what does the world say about keyholes? No, it's keyholes, you idiot. Endemic to South America, occurring in the lower Orinoco Basin in Venezuela. Yeah. I mean, they don't get that big, and I don't think they're quite as mental or as aggressive as some of the other South American cichlids. I've always liked them. Geophagus, not so much. It is an odd looking keyhole, that's why I had to double take on it. I don't know quite why I thought that was quite so problematic. Let's see, where are we going to go with this one? Wow, that's quite, I don't think we're coming back from that one. Geo as it is then. Right, now we've got the Battle of the Live Bearers. Simon, you can set this one out. Live Bearers, it was the guppy, the plain old guppy, and the molly. I think it's a molly. Was that a molly? I'm sure it was a molly. Never actually kept mollies, but yeah, I think that's a molly, isn't it? Guppies. So mollies, they're one of the, well, guppies as well. They can cross over into salt water. They can be fantastic. Mollies can be fantastic algae control machines. I know people swear by them for both saltwater and freshwater to get rid of some algae and duckweed and things like that. Whereas guppies, you've just got all kinds of different types of guppy that, again, much like bettas, with different tails, different colourings. I spent a long time trying and memorise, like, oh, a tuxedo, that means it's got colour up to this point. Oh, this type's got this, and this tail's that. Just a million of them. I think a guppy's one of my favourites because you can just so easily rely on them to breed, and if you want to get into breeding and realise what makes a strain and how to set a strain, then guppies are your kind of go-to fish just because they do it so quickly. Guppies and endlers. So guppies, you want to breed guppies, have guppies in water. That's all you really need. Mollies, not that much different, but they are the kind of the typical first fish. If you're a little kid and you want to get some fish, yeah, get 5 guppies for a £5. Mountain goldfish. And Graham, the fancies would have won if you'd used the stunning goldfish pic I just put up on Instagram. I apologise. I shall use a better pic next time. Rebecca says, I love Geophagus more so Satanoperca, the name being why, yes. Anything, well, that kind of chimes in with my experience of geos. They were literally devils. Both competed any pleco I had for food. Yeah, I mean, that was it. I got Geophagus surmanensis, I think it was. They just destroyed my tank and everything in it. They weren't like overly aggressive or anything like that, but they were just like, no, this is my bit, I'm having this. That's how they were. Mollies, there are only several species that only need females to reproduce. One is a hybrid, so uses the sperm of a male of another species and uses the sperm of a male of another species. Another uses parthenogenesis or cloning. Oh, yes, I have heard. Well, I've heard of that, but I don't know enough about it to pretend I know what I'm talking about. Right, shall we call this one? I got carried away talking about it. Oh, guppies by a landslide. Guppies it is. Next, cribs versus rams. I will open it up to everything cribs versus rams. So again, some of the smaller, what's the word I'm looking for? The dwarf cichlids. So rams, they're technically geos, aren't they? Or a micro geo. Cribs, absolutely loved them. I kept them for many years, purely because I had a breeding pair, therefore I had 1,000 breeding pairs within a year. Absolutely fascinating how they look after their young. Really good parents. Rams, have all kinds of problems with rams, but still love them, still think they're fantastic. German blues, whether it's Bolivians, I've never actually kept the electric blues or anything. I think I've only ever kept Bolivian and German blue rams. I might go back to the Bolivian ones, because I think even though they're a little more subtle, they're quite nice colourings. Both very, very fierce defenders of their territory when they're in breeding mode. I've never seen anything quite so funny as having a pair of rams and a discus tank. So I had a 5-foot discus tank, 2 tiny little rams. They took the middle ground of the tank, decided that's where they were laying their eggs, and all the discus and everything, every other fish in the tank was crammed up against the side. Like, nope, that's where they're staying and that's where they're going. No one's coming in here. But yeah, both have their good points and bad points. Cribs a little easier to keep. Oh, they're not coming back from that though. Rams it is. Rams at 83%. Right, we have gouramis. So this is a dwarf blue gourami versus, what are they called? Begins with an L. Does it begin with an L? No, I can't remember. No, it doesn't. Killifish. Idiot. So we're going to go with gouramis. Let's say all gouramis. Even the gigantic, ridiculous ones. And we'll say all killifish. Whether it's the annuals, whether it's any of the different types. Gouramis versus killifish. What do you think? It's a tricky one there because they're not really comparable as such. Gouramis, certainly this one, prone to disease. Again, I think another casualty of overbreeding or overbreeding, yeah. Over-importing, I was going to say, but yeah, overbreeding. But if you get them and they're healthy, they're interesting little fish. They're good centerpiece fish for what you would call a manageable size of tank. If you're not a ridiculous fish nerd that fills his house with fish tanks, that's a really good centerpiece fish that will tolerate, maybe not get along with, but tolerate most other fish. But then your others, your opalines or your, what the pink one's called, kissing gouramis, that's not what they're really called, but you know the ones I mean. They will all generally, honey gouramis, they're good for smallish, big tanks, big-ish, small tanks. That's what I'm trying to go for. Whereas your killifish just look awesome. This is one of my killifish, or it was. I was just really proud of that picture. That's the only reason this one's in here. Three-spot gourami for Scott. Yep. Gourami drive me mad. When siphoning in stores, they seem to either swim towards the siphon or kick up the waste I was trying to siphon. I had opaline and these dwarf blues, and they all did that whenever you were cleaning the tank. They would get into the gravel vacuum. How did you get... yeah, right, let's see. Anyone going to choose Gouramis versus Killifish? Oh, Gouramis, I think it's no coming back from that. Gouramis it is. Right, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got another couple of rounds to go. So this is where it gets a little bit more difficult. Let's go straight into it, shall we? Because now it's not like versus like quite as much. Coolie Loach versus Bristlenose. I don't know what I would say. Can't type. Coolie Loach versus Bristlenose. What do we think here? Good in the tank together, so you don't have to choose if you want to buy them both, because you could have them both together. Coolie, very interesting. Bristlenoses, also very interesting. I mean, Bristlenose, they win it for me probably because they're a little bit better at being workers, and I do like a fish that does a job as well as looks good. I never tire of I will sit in front of my Bristlenose tanks and just stare at them for ages. I think they're fantastic fish, especially when they're fighting. they just look so ridiculous. Fighting and sleeping, they're the things that make me laugh about Bristlenose pickles. I've had several who will get on the bottom of a log or something like that and just go boop, fall off and die. You think, oh my god, it's dead, what's happened? And you're about to go and net it out and it's like, oh, just sleeping, man, leave me alone. And they sleep upside down as if completely dead. Coolie Loaches, again, I've had more Coolie Loaches have lived in the sump of my big tank than anywhere else because they just like to get sucked down and would happily live in my sump. In fact, I've probably still got some in there already at the moment. So very different fish. What do you think? I'm going to say when we get to about 25 votes, we'll call it. Because I think 25 to 30 is kind of where we're at. And if it's a big swing like that, I think we've got a clear winner there. So Bristlenoses advances to round 3. Right. Oh, this could be tricky. African Cichlids versus Flowerhorn. I'm saying nothing. Well, I can't say nothing, otherwise this is just dead air, and we can't have dead air. But African cichlids, it's a tank full of fish, it's very active fish, they're constantly moving, they're constantly doing their thing, very colourful, versus a flowerhorn, which will typically only live in a tank by itself. Still very active, still very colourful, possibly even more active because it's got the whole personality thing going. But for a kind of piece of art, your flowerhorns are just that constantly moving thing. I'm ignoring that message, Courtney. So Andy thinks Africans are going to win this one easily. Africans versus Flowerhorn. I mean, if it was an actual fight, I'd put my money on the Flowerhorn. But... oh, 57 plays 43. Oh, it's a bit too close. I think I'll wait for a few more votes. Africans versus Flowerhorns. It's a tricky one. Ideally, I would have both. I would like to get into Africans, but I'm a bit put off by the whole, oh, if you can't have a peacock, you need a hap, you need a this and the other, and that kind of thing. It doesn't go with this kind of thing. I think a lot of research is going to need to be done beforehand. 57 plays 43. Let's see if a refresh does anything. I think African Cichlids have won it. 61 plays 39. Africans it is. Pea puffers versus tiger barbs. Pea puffers versus peas versus tiger barbs. Let's see. Oh, no, I don't want to print the internet. Peas versus tiger barbs. It's tricky. I've never actually kept tiger barbs. Well, I think I had a couple that I rescued from someone, but they weren't. Oh no, they weren't. They were cherry barbs. No, they weren't. What are the other ones that aren't? That look like tiger barbs but are red. Rosy barbs? Is that a thing? They looked like them but red. Rosy barbs, I think they were. They were fine. But for me, peas wins that one. I just think they're so interesting. Who knows? Murder beans versus murder stripes. Indeed. Yes, I think that's quite right, Jennifer. Where did we get to? Sorry. Clown killifish best personality, I think, for Nanotank, as they're fascinating to watch. I've never actually kept clown killies, but I was very fond of all my killies. Andy's Fish Room says, Aquarium Adventures, watch my videos. I keep a huge range of different Africans and never listen to all these cichlid diehard, and I've never had an issue. I might have to do that. Pentazona barbs, possibly. Not Odessa barbs. Right, let's see. Anyone going to win this one? Peas versus tiger barbs. Maybe we should include all barbs rather than just... Oh, I don't think we're coming back from that. Peas it is. Oscars versus black ghost knife fish. Showing up my really bad typing skills. Black ghost knife fish versus Oscars. Who knows what to say about that one? Obviously Oscars I haven't kept but want to. Black ghost knife I have kept and still want to. I made a little appearance in my video today, if you saw that. The black ghost knife came out to have a bit of a feed. So what is this? This is the quarterfinals we're getting to. Quarters, semis, and then final, yeah. So in the quarterfinals so far, we've got, the next round will be bristlenose versus African cichlids, and then peas versus either Oscars or black ghost knifefish. Next week we should do this against, which would have been in a fight. Because I would put money on peas versus Oscars. I think with enough peas they could probably get there. Andy says, has to be Oscars because they're water puppies. Rosy barbs look like little goldfish. Maybe, was it rosy barbs? No, it wasn't them. They were like tiger barbs, but red. I can't remember. It was a long time ago, who knows? You have a shop stock question from Captain Cupcake regarding cherry shrimp availability. I have some cherry shrimp. I shall put some on the website. Have a look over the weekend. I'll put some more on because I've even had offers. Someone wanted to buy all my Discus. In fact, 3 people wanted to buy all my Discus. But I took delivery today of 10 of those boxes that Mickey suggested. So I now have a cunning plan for removing all my fish and moving them in one day. But we'll talk about that another time. Alright, black ghost knife fish. Oh, it's edging it. 52 please, 48. I'll give it another minute. Yeah, I've got some of those wham bam thank you boxes. Melon barbs? Was it melon barbs? No. It wasn't them. No, don't see any of those. Kind of like the black ruby barb. Ruby barb, yeah, that would have been it. What did I say? Rosy barb. Yeah, I think ruby barb is the ones. Black and red like that. Anyway, right, last chance. Black Ghost Knife versus Oscars. Black Ghost Knife takes it. That'll be a tricky next round. Right. Saying nothing. Discus versus Cardinals. Now, obviously, they are fish that go really well together. Cardinals would be, are they even cardinals? They might even be neon tetras. I've been calling them cardinals, so who knows. If they were neons, they would be food for the discus, but both fish that will do very well together, if the cardinals are big enough, that is. Very stunning fish, both could say that for both of them. I mean, I would even say discus are hardier than cardinals, especially the ones you get these days. Pardon me. So I would say the discus are a little bit more. If they're neons, then discus. If they're cardinals, then cardinals. Right, they're neons then. Cardinals are the ones that have the red all the way along, whereas they don't look as if they do. So, what do we think? I'm scared to look at this one. Oh, discus are ahead. I should just take it now, shouldn't I? No, we'll be normal. We'll be fair. I'll give you a minute on this one. Let me just switch back to my big face so I can check my emails. Nope, nothing interesting. Don't worry. Right, what we're going to say is it's still going to be discus. What's wrong with you people? Right, I won't get in a huff. It's getting worse. Scott celebrating. Congratulations, Scott. Whatever you're celebrating. Have a hop house there. Oh. Have a hop house 13 on me. Right, last chance. Oh, well done, everyone. Right, quick, get that locked in. There we go. Discus. Right, betta fish versus common goldfish. Betta versus common goldfish. What do we think? I have a sneaking suspicion of what's going to win this one. I mean, they're much underrated, the common goldfish. Often used as feeder fish with our friends across the pond. Often used as hardy fish to start cycles both sides of the pond. Who knows? Andy says, I chose Discus, don't know what these people are on. Quite right. Well, congratulations, Scott. Found a house, had an offer accepted, and no chain. You lucky beggars. I found out this week that my buyers have accepted an offer on their house, but from someone else who, although they promised they were going to accept an offer from a first-time buyer, they've now extended the chain another leap. Just making things all the more stressful, but never mind. Alright, betta versus goldfish. Oh, we're not coming back from that. Betta it is. Geophagus versus guppy. Oh, I have no idea how that's going to go. Geos versus guppy. Now, not fish that you would normally expect to find together in any kind of comparison. I guess that's the beauty of the bracket system. We could just do this every week and just mix them up around, see what comes out top each week. So geos, a bit of a specialist fish, a little bit of a, well, not an advanced fish, but yes, it's not typically the first fish that anyone keeps. The Geophagus. Guppies, very much the first fish most people keep. Cardinal did not win, Courtney. You all saw it. They're winning now because you're all cheating, but at the time that I pressed the button, Discus were ahead. And I won't hear any different. I'm in charge here. It says 53% to the Cardinals now, but at the time it said Discus were winning. We don't have Corey. Yeah, I should have had Corey's. I did have Corey's in the list. Why have I not got Corey's in the list now? Oh, I think I ran out of boxes and it just cut out the last few that I added. Right. Guppies versus Geos. Wow, I did not expect that. I don't know who's going in and voting after the fact, but you're too late. Yeah, guppies. I did not expect that, I must admit. I thought that'd be a lot closer. Right, Rams versus Gouramis. Rams versus Gouramis. I'm just trying to come up with random things to put in here so as we get to the end of this rather than YouTube blocking us. Rams. I think I know which one. That's close enough. Grammys. That's quite often what I get called by people when they read my name. Hello, does Grammy live here? No, but I do. Right, we'll get to the bottom of these ones. We'll do one more giveaway after we've got the semi-finals, and then we'll do a final giveaway at the final. What do you think? Sand gobies should be on the list. Maybe for next time. There's been no rigging going on. Am I allowed to vote on my own? No. Doesn't even let me vote. Rams versus Gouramis. Oh, it's closer than I thought it would be. Gouramis are obviously more popular than I thought they were. I suppose there are lots of different types of Gouramis that all do I've drank all my beer. If anyone from Hop House 13 is watching, you should definitely sponsor this stream. Even like a voucher or something would be appreciated. Yeah, just let me think I'm in charge, that's fine. Right, Rams versus Grammys, and the winner is... Rams it is. Rams takes it. I thought that'd be a lot more clear cut than it was. Right, so in the next round we have Discus versus Beta, Guppy versus Ram, Black Ghost Knife versus Peas, and Africans versus Bristlenose. That'll be the quarterfinals. So should we do one quick giveaway? Should we do a quick one? What do we think? Everyone's in. Semi. Type semi in the chat. And we'll do a semi-final giveaway. What should we do it for? I think we should leave the last one to be like a polo or something. Whatever Phil's got excess stock of, we'll give away as the final one. A polo or a hoodie or a towel. I think this one will be another goodie bag. Another goodie bag filled full of whatever we can think of. We didn't actually give away the goodie bag last time. Or stickers. And then this time we will go back to letters. In fact, we'll go to symbols. We'll see whether or not you fall for my psychological tricks. My videos give you a semi. You need to get out more. So, in the next one, in iTestville, still got stickers and goodie bag in this one. So we'll mix them up a bit. I am as innocent. You lot all just have dirty minds. I meant semi as in semi-final. Right, who's going to be the winner? We've got 35 eligible users. Same stuff. You have to be a person. You have to live in the place. And the winner is... Never Gonna Give You Up, Mark Astley. I'm sure you've never heard that before. 2 beers is obviously the point at which I start rickrolling. Right, Mark. Congratulations. Would you like happy face or sad face? It's up to you. Happy face or sad face? Now, there's no way of knowing. I might be playing a cruel trick on you, wanting you to pick sad face and give you some stickers. Or I might be saying happy face is actually the thing that you could win. Who knows? Swap them round, you'll never know. What would you like? Happy or sad? Just let me know in the chat. You have to comment happy or sad. Still another chance to win mountain goldfish, don't worry, there'll be one more giveaway at the end. Are you still here? Phil says, is this why you asked me to do a Discus hoodie for a competition you were thinking of running? No, I literally thought this up on the spot. Then we'll give away a towel or something like that, don't worry. Right, eye test time for Mark. Oh, you said happy face. So, if you had picked sad face, no. If you had picked sad face, you would have won stickers. But because you picked Happy Face, you win a goodie bag. Yay! Explosions, fireworks. Everyone's a winner. Eric's in with the questions about actual fish stuff rather than just nonsense about tier lists. Well done, Mark. So send me an email with your address and I'll send you some stuff. It's not that hard to see, is it? Come on, I've got a really good camera. I can see it. Why can't you see it? Anyway, back to the game. Oh, sorry, someone asked a question, didn't they? A good small cichlid pair for a 40 breeder. Oh, the world's your oyster there, really. 40 breeder's a good sized tank, really. You could go with rams, you could go with jewels, you could go with epistogrammas, you could go with anything really. 40 breeders is a good sized tank for any of the dwarf cichlids. Right, let's get back to the game. So, first semi-finalist, we've got Africans versus Bristlenose. I really need someone to do the admin. A, V, B. Bristol New. Right, we're going to get to that point of the evening where the spelling's close enough. We're going to call that a win. We've already talked about these. Africans, many fish, many colours, lots of movement, lots of stuff going on in an African tank, whereas Bristlenoses are doing a job for you. They're helping us out. Ah, good point. I'm showing you them on a small screen. Why didn't anyone tell me we were on small screen still? I apologise. Nah, I get your point now. Yeah, that would be hard. African versus Bristlenose. That would be tricky. I don't know. I got a new 5-foot tank last Saturday. The weir is disgusting. Got any tips for cleaning it as it goes down then back up? Really messy. Sponge. You can get some sponge, fit it round just under your weir combs, so as it goes through the sponge first, so you just take that out once a week. And that could help. A weir comb. Have you got a comb on your weir that will stop most of the proper gunk? That could work. I guess Bristlenoses are winning as Andy's not very happy. Oh my god. That's not even close. Sorry, Andy. Wah, wah, wah. Peas versus Black Ghost. Black Ghost, knife fish. Someone who hasn't watched this stream is going to come randomly onto my community tab and go, what the hell happened last night? Peas versus Black Ghost. Again, couldn't really be more different. Peas, little murder beans, very active, very good hunters. Really show their quality in a community situation when you've got lots of them. Black Ghost, that's one of the other fish that I talked about, a bumbling idiot. Just crashes about my tank, randomly hitting things. No malice, just silly. It's hard to call. I love them both. Where did we get to? It's like Graham needs some moderators. You need to keep me straight, guys, yeah. Pardon me. It's not nice, is it, when your favourite fish gets beat? Not that I would know about that, because my favourite fish hasn't got beat yet, and probably won't. I think that's decisive. Peas it is. So, in semi-final one, we've got Bristlenose Pleco versus the Pea Puffer, or the Dwarf Nile Puffer, or the Dwarf Indian Puffer, or it probably has the proper name, Tetradon miniaturitis. Let's start from the bottom bracket. Guppy versus Ram. Guppies versus Ram. Again, couldn't be more different. I don't know why they've capitalised that, but I can't be bothered to delete it. So Guppies, mainstay of the hobby. They couldn't be a better fish to keep in a community tank. Fits a wide range of parameters. Prefers hard water, but in my experience, soft water will be just fine. Pardon me. Rams, really beautiful little fish, really good, good parent. I'm really struggling to think of things I haven't already said. There we go. Carcinotetradon travancoricus. I'm too tired to say those. Technically, sea imitator as well, yes. Carinotetradon, yes. Travancoricus. No. Where do we get to there? Stop picking on Andy, everyone. It's not fair. Random access memory. Oh, Rams are winning with 31 votes. I think if we get over 30 votes, that's when we have to call it, don't we? So, we have to call that one for Rams. Oh, it's going to be Rams versus Discus. Right. What was it? Something rubbish versus Discus? Better fish. Well, I'll leave that up there. Is Jennifer being all dirty? Always need good ram. Come on, you guppy. Didn't do it. Graham's casting a spell. Yeah, I'm not very good at this. Right, surely as actual channel owner, I should be able to unmute people. If you're watching this, Andy, I'm on your side. They're all being mean. I assume now I'm going to look at this and bet it'll be like 90%. That's fine. If that's the way you all feel. I'm going to give it to 30 votes. Like what I said. And then next week, I'm going to choose everything. And we'll see who wins then. And if it doesn't get to 30 votes, then I overrule you all. Still on 27 votes on my screen, Courtney. $28. God, it's not looking good. $29. Right, seriously. I'm going to give you all a second. Maybe I should go for a pee. To think about what you've done. Make a case for the actual proper thinking person's way to choose the best fish. So something that's a decent size, that's forget it. Better fish it is. I know you're just doing that to be mean. No one really thinks the better fish is better. Right. Bristlenose versus peas. Semi-final number 1. Semi 1. Bristlenose versus pea puffer. I'm going to post Semi 2 at the same time. Semi 2 was Beta versus Ram. So I'm going to give you those two. They're both posted at the same time. You've got Bristlenose versus peas. Beta versus Rams. Shadex is looking for a ban. I'm going to have a look and see if there's a way. Can you tell who voted for what? And then, yeah, I'm going to stop you all from winning the main prize. So, oops, while you're all considering that, I'm going to do a different giveaway. Where's the mid-roller gone? There we go. So we're going to give away a towel. Maybe, if you win. I'm actually going to put on little bits of paper. I'll put it on big face so you can see this. I'm going to put a bit of paper, one that says stickers and one that says towel, and I'm going to put them into the envelopes like here, and then seal them up. I haven't looked which one I've put it in, so I don't know which one's in what. And I'm going to mix them up a little bit so I can't see what's going on. So mixing them. Can't tell which one's in which. So there we go. We've got the same envelopes again. Happy face, sad face. I don't know what's in which one. So I can't help you and I can't cheat. But let's have a look and see who's going to be in the final, shall we? So Semi 1, Bristlenose versus Pea Puffer. Semi 2, Beta versus Ram. Oh, Semi 1, Bristlenoses have stormed it. I think they've got over 60% on every single one. So Bristlenoses are in the final versus Betas versus Rams. Beta has just edged it. I said over 30 votes. We'll count it. So Beta it is. Right, the final. I'll probably get copyright strike. Well, not with that rendition. Beta versus Bristol News. This game took a lot longer than I thought it might. So what can we say about these two fantastic finalists? Bristlenoses, they've come through after defeating Coolie Loaches. What else did they defeat? Bristlenoses came through against Zebra Plecos, Coolie Loaches, African Cichlids, and Pea Puffers. And then, unbelievably, look at the romp the betta fish has taken. Simple Betta has beaten the Endlerfish, the common goldfish, amazingly, ridiculously, the Discus, and then the Ram. To what a final this is. I mean, this is the best fish ever, scientifically proven. There's no way to tell. So, once we get over 30 votes, that's it. We have a champion. I don't know why the picture's gone away, but the champion is the Bristlenose. It's won it by a way. Congratulations to everyone that backed the Bristlenose. I don't know why the picture's not showing, but the Bristlenose has won. As conclusively proven by here. 56% plays, well, 57% plays 43%. Well, wouldn't you know it? Well done, everyone. Right, I should probably try and catch up with some chat because I've not seen anything. Out of all these great fish, it's Bristlenose versus Betta in the final. And the humble Bristlenose, the ancestress, took home the trophy. Who's that wrote crappy Discus? Get that person banned. Right, Shadex, you're now excluded from the competition. This was fun, however, I refused to accept Bristlenose as the winner. Well, you made your bed, you lie in it. That's all I've got to say. All you people who thought it'd be fun to pick on Graham, make sure his beloved Discus don't win. Now you've got Ancestress as your winner. So it's got to be God tier level for the next time we do a tier. So what we need to do then is for the next stream, get into the Discord server or the Facebook server or Facebook server? I don't know what I mean. The Discord server and make some suggestions of fish that need to be in this list. We'll see if we can find a slightly quicker way to run through it. Because that did take a while and it was quite hard to keep track of everything going on, but you know, it was fine. Spirit says my subscription box is just your polls now. Yeah, I'll probably upset a load of people. How to make friends and influence people. Corey's would have done well, but you know, Discus should have won and they went out in the third round. That's just ridiculous. But you know, right. Thank you everyone for joining us. We're going to do one final giveaway. We have here 2 secret envelopes. I do not know what is in either of them. Well, that's not true. I know what's in both of them. One of them has a towel. One of them has stickers. So I'm going to ask you for... You're going to have to type in to the chat. I need to type into the chat Bristlenose. So it's going to be a test of spelling as well as of luck. Type in Bristlenose. You can win a towel. Might be a fancy towel. Who knows? But it's all very well all you saying, oh, Oscar should have won, Ram should have won. And the people have spoken. What should have won? Well, that's not true because Discus should have won, but you know. Let's see Bristlenose in the chat for a chance to win the final giveaway. Or some stickers. You know, just extending the suspense a little bit longer. Why have I got so many notifications? Let's just quickly have a look at this. Yeah, I've now got loads of notifications of people going, what is this? Why are you spamming me with all these? I apologise. I was just trying something, you know, I thought it might work. So Bristlenose, Bristlenose, S-E. Shadek said if I'd used the word discus, they wouldn't have entered. Courtney says, who shouldn't have won? And everyone's answering Bristlenose. I like how everyone's misspelling it on purpose. Is that because I've misspelled it? No, I think that's close enough. Bristlenose. Mods, regulars, channel members, everyone can win. We've got 29 eligible users. Come on, we had 30 people that were playing the competition. Surely one of them wants to win as well. Last couple of seconds. And then we'll give it a roll. Steve Greenwell. Steve Greenwell has won the giveaway. So now comes the tricky bit, Steve. I don't know what's in these, so I can't give you a hint. You've got happy face or you've got sad face. I know that's the wrong way around. You've got sad face or happy face. I've done it again, haven't I? Let me put me on big face. There you go, I'm on big face. So we've got sad face or happy face. One of these envelopes contains the word towel. One of these envelopes contains the word stickers. So you're guaranteed to win something. It's just a question of what you're going to win. So I want you to type in the chat, Steve, happy or sad? And then we'll open the envelope. I'm on big screen. I know, I'm sorry. I'm also telling you what to do as well, so you don't need to see it. You just have to type in happy or sad. So what do you think, Steve? It's a big decision. What are you going to go with? Do you not want to play anymore? You just have to type happy or sad. That's all. Have we frozen? Am I still here? Can you see me? Yes, I'm still here. Oh, we have a choice. Steve says, sad face as my knee is swollen from football. So he says sad face. So sad face is this one. So I'll put that under my chin. We'll open happy face. See, no, we'll open sad face. That's ridiculous. So this is what you've won. Ta-da! I should have got a bigger bit of paper, but it says towel, if you can't tell. You've won a towel. Much like. Ow. Much like this. It might not be this colour, because apparently we don't have this colour anymore. But you've won one of these towels. If you want one of these towels and you didn't win one, you can go and buy one. Ow! All these things are available on my website, aquariumadventures.co.uk. Yeah, there's a delay. I'm sorry. I should have realised. Let me get back to the chat. Jennifer says, Aquarium Adventures, have you sent Phil artwork for the stickers? Courtney and I need these stickers and Reese and I need them for air pubs. I've been trying. I just haven't quite got around to it. Let me show you how far I've got. So this was going to be my cock sticker. I was just going to write cock somewhere over here. So you want lol and cock stickers. I will get on it. I will try and get something sorted this weekend. I've just been very, very busy. I don't know why anyone would need so many cocks. Surely one's just all you need, but I don't know. Right, Steve, if you want to get that towel for free, you have to live in the UK and send me your address. So anyone who has got anyone who's won a prize, basically, you have this weekend to email me, Graham, Graeme, at Aquarium Adventures. And then let me know where you live. Just put I won something in the subject line. Send me an email over the weekend. Let me know your address and I'll send out your prize. Navy tile's not currently in stock, waiting for some to come in. So, okay, it might not come straight away, Steve, but we'll get it out to you as soon as we can. Phil asked if you needed the hoodie you asked for earlier in the chat. No, I think we're all right. Everybody wants cock stickers. I'm going to have to get onto the cock stickers, aren't I? That would be a strange way to leave the chat, wouldn't it? So, last couple of minutes before my bladder explodes. Any questions before we head off into the night to go and say hello to Mipplestrut Aquatics? Is he actually still going? Yep, Mipplestrut Aquatics is streaming now. So once you're finished here, hop over there, say hello. If you don't want to say hello to them, say hello to Corvus Oskin. He's usually just finishing off though. Andy says, did I mention I have a guppy conjoined with another guppy? Two guppies stuck together? Oh, that doesn't sound good. I think that might be what we refer to as a cull. No one wants a sticky cock. On that, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much, everyone. Go and check out Mipplestrut Aquatics. Go and check out my website. Buy some fish food. Buy some merch. I have a new house to pay for. I really need to get some more income coming in. But thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.